Today, we're sharing everything you need to know about the dining at Secrets Playa Blanca.
In our last video, we gave a full, honest review of this resort. But, in case you're new here, we're Andy and Jenna, better known as a couple travelers.
We've spent the last 5 years exploring the world, covering everything across theme parks, cruises, and resorts.
At Secrets Playa Blanca, Costa Mujeres, there are 9 restaurants and 24-hour room service. So in this video, all about the dining, we're gonna go through the following. Which restaurants require reservations, the dress codes you need to know for the restaurants, each restaurant and when it's open, and we're also gonna go through a few dining tips you want to know before your trip to Secrets Playa Blanca. So let's get into it.
At this resort, most restaurants do not require reservations, which is great. The one exception is at Himitsu if you want to do hibachi, the teppanyaki tables. If you just want to go to Himitsu and just eat off the regular menu, no reservations required. It's just for the hibachi because obviously there's limited seating and they can only serve so many people each night. Now at Secrets, there are 2 main dress codes, casual and casual elegance. With casual, it's pretty standard. You need shoes, you need a shirt, you need to be dry if you have swimwear, so your swimwear covered. And really the only odd thing about the casual dress code is for men, no sleeveless shirts. So if you have a bathing suit and a sleeveless shirt, you won't be allowed into the buffet or the cafe or anything. You need an actual t-shirt. So that's just something to keep in mind. For casual elegance, really for the women, it's pretty easy. You can pretty much wear whatever you want, just no flip-flops. So I like to wear dresses and sandals, really easy to throw on at night. For men, you need long pants and closed-toed shoes. So jeans and sneakers are fine, khakis and some sort of nice dress sandal or boat shoe, dress shoes of that nature. Short sleeve polos, button downs, long sleeve of the same, so a little bit more elevated. The exception is if you are seated outdoors at any of these restaurants. So if you want to go to the Italian place and sit outdoors, you can wear shorts. But if you want to be inside the actual restaurant in the AC, you're going to be in long pants for that. Now, before we get into the actual restaurants, just one thing to note about Playa Blanca is that every night, there's at least 1 or 2 restaurants that are closed for dinner. We don't want to get into too much of the specifics in case Portofino's no longer closed on Wednesdays or something like that and it changes down the line. So all of that information will be in the Hyatt Inclusive app when you go to Secrets Playa Blanca. So just make sure that you are looking at that on your trip so that you don't save a restaurant for the last night just to learn that it is actually closed that night.
So let's get into the restaurants. The first restaurant is the buffet. This is the Market Cafe, and it is open every day for breakfast and lunch, and it's also open on select nights for dinner. And for every meal here, it requires a casual dress code. When we went to Secrets Acama, we also did a full dining overview of that resort, and I remember how much we talked up the Market Cafe. The one here at Playa Blanca was no exception. Just the quality of the food, the variety of the food was just something that you don't see at every resort. Chilequiles for breakfast and fresh tacos for lunch. Just the freshness of the fruit and always having good desserts out and juices and a Bloody Mary mimosa bar. You were not gonna leave there hungry.
I think we ate there the most of anywhere. Like we went almost every day for breakfast and most days for lunch.
Yeah.
It was that good because especially with a group of 6, everybody could get what they wanted. And you can't beat having that many options and the food still being at like that level of quality that you come to expect. Up next, we have Coco Cafe, which is a 24-hour coffee shop. Love Coco Cafe. It's casual dress code here, of course, but this is where you're gonna go for coffees, light bites throughout the day, ice cream. We went here every morning for coffee. No matter where we were going or what we were doing, we went every day. And then we usually went either in the afternoon or late at night for some sort of like snack. The servers here were excellent.
So nice.
They would remember our drink order. So like every morning I went in and one morning I wasn't gonna get coffee right away because we were filming something and I just needed something in my stomach and got a croissant. And he was like, no ice latte? And I was like, oh, I'll be back soon. It's like, so they really were great there. And my favorite dessert of the trip was from Coco Cafe, and it was this like Snickers bar thing. It was so good. Had it on a couple of occasions, but this is just such a great spot, really good coffee here, and I'm sure a place that you will frequent on your trip.
Next up is Portofino, which is the Italian restaurant. Now this is open for dinner and it has a casual elegance dress code. It also does have an outdoor seating area, so that'll just be casual again if you're seating outside, but really solid Italian food here. One of our favorite meals from the trip, some of the best chicken parm that I've had across all of the resorts that we've been to. They did a nice little thing for Jenna's mom's birthday. They came and sang to her. Just really solid food across the board too.
I really liked my carbonara from this meal, but I remember like my brother got lamb and he said like that was excellent too. So it's not just pastas there, they have like really elevated food as well. So we were very happy with this meal. Up next is Bordeaux, which is the French restaurant. And this is also a casual elegance dress code. This was my favorite meal of the trip, actually. Most people in our group loved this one. It was by far the fanciest of the meals. Absolutely loved it. I got 3 appetizers. I couldn't decide, and they were all delicious. I was very glad that I got 3. The filet is popular here. The short rib is popular. And I love that they came by with a fruit and cheese
that was cool.
Cart after your entree before dessert. So that was really special. Creme brulee was good here. It felt like a special night. It wasn't just like another restaurant you went to. It felt more like an experience. If you found this video helpful so far, be sure to like and subscribe for more Playa Blanca videos. If you're interested in coming and experiencing this resort or interested in all-inclusive travel at all, I did want to mention that I am a travel agent and it is completely free to work with the travel agent in case you didn't know. So if you're interested in more information or a no obligation quote, you can scan the QR code here or head to the video description to grab my email address.
And as Jenna mentioned, there are already Playa Blanca videos out in the channel, including a full walkthrough tour of the resort, a tour of our preferred club junior suite swim out king room, and we just put out a full honest review of Secrets Playa Blanca. So those are all linked in the video description below, and make sure you subscribe because in a couple weeks we are heading to Secrets Moche for our baby moon. So that'll be the next series out on the channel. So if you want to see what that resort is like, and it's very unique for Secrets, we're very excited for it, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that series.
Up next, we have Seaside Grill, which is an open air restaurant. Now, it is open for breakfast for preferred club guests only. It's open for lunch for everybody, and it is open for dinner for everybody, and it is a steakhouse. And because it's an open air restaurant, the dress code for all the meals is casual, so you can wear shorts to dinner here since you are outside. Even though we stayed preferred club, we never had breakfast here, which is kind of funny. We just loved the buffet so much, and we did room service one other morning. We did have lunch here, and I thought the fish tacos were pretty great. Now, we didn't have the best dinner experience at this restaurant, unfortunately. We were a group of 6. We waited quite a while for our meal, and then people ended up getting their meals mixed up, and there was like randomly things showing up on the plate that weren't on the menu.
We got into it more in our review that's already out in the channel, so you can go watch that video after this for more details, but I think the quality of the food was more or less okay. It was just that one dinner that we had just kind of left a little bit of a damper for this restaurant.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a miss for us, unfortunately. I think we might have caught them on a bad night or something.
Yeah.
You gotta give, the benefit of the doubt, because at least everything I ate at the meal was at least decent. So this was probably our least favorite restaurant of the entire resort, so a little bit of a bummer.
Next up is Barefoot Grill. Now this is open every day for lunch, and this is where you're going to get lunch from if you're hanging by the pool or the beach. So if you order it straight to your chair, one of the servers will bring it to you from this restaurant. So pizza, hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos, Caesar salad, quesadilla, things like that. We talked about this again in our review, but to explain it here as well, we just wish there was a little bit more variety on this menu. You know, you wanna have options at a resort like this, and we just found it to be a little bit limited. In addition, the pizza wasn't our favorite as compared to some other resorts that we've been to, but the burger was good, the nachos were good. The next restaurant is El Patio, and this is the Mexican restaurant. It is open for dinner, and it's a casual elegance dress code. Now, being in Mexico, you're obviously expecting some good quality Mexican and authentic Mexican food, and El Patio absolutely delivered on that. We went here on our first night, had a great meal. We had this what was that potato dish? Like the appetizer?
It was like a potato cake and like some sort of good sauce.
Yeah.
It was like kind of random.
For an appetizer, I also had the queso fundido, which was very good. Nice little spice to that. And for dessert, we had churros, so we love churros, so those were delicious. And the food across the board at El Patio was really good.
Up next, we have Himitsu, which is an Asian and teppanyaki restaurant. So this is open obviously for dinner, and it has a casual elegance dress code. Reservations are required for the teppanyaki tables. So if you're gonna want hibachi, when you get to the resort on day 1 or the morning of day 2 is when you need to message your butler or your concierge to set up your reservation for this restaurant. If you just want to go to the restaurant and eat off the regular menu, that is fine, and you don't need a reservation for that. And that's actually where we ate for this restaurant. We didn't do hibachi here. We just sat at the regular restaurant and ate off their Asian fusion menu. I thought the food was very good here. Everything we had was pretty standout. We got, lots of different appetizers. I think I had pad thai for dinner, which was really good. We're definitely gonna make sure to do hibachi at the next Secrets that we go to, because we heard from talking to some of the staff at the resort that most guests' top meals are the hibachi and the French restaurant. If you're going here, I think it's worth trying to get a hibachi reservation.
And the last restaurant at Secrets Playa Blanca is Oceana. Now, speaking to the variety that they have here at the resort, we didn't eat here at all. We were there for 5 nights, so we just kind of, I guess, prioritized just some of the other restaurants. But this is your seafood restaurant. So it is open for lunch and dinner, and it has a casual dress code. So with this being a seafood restaurant, it is primarily seafood on the menu, but they also have some non-seafood dishes if somebody in your party doesn't eat seafood.
So a couple of just general dining tips if you're heading to Secrets Playa Blanca. The first is something we mentioned before. You're gonna wanna make sure that you have the Hyatt Inclusive app and that you check which restaurants are open when, since a lot of the dinner restaurants are gonna be closed at least once a week, if not more. So you wanna make sure that you kind of have plotted out when you're gonna eat at those restaurants. You're also gonna wanna make sure that early in your trip, you're trying to secure that reservation for hibachi over at Himitsu, very popular. For gentlemen, you're gonna wanna make sure that you bring several pairs of long pants and closed-toed shoes. Otherwise, you're gonna be eating outside every night and not be able to go into the restaurants that have that casual elegance dress code. Coco Cafe is open 24/7, so be sure to take advantage of that, in addition to room service, which I don't think we have touched upon yet. Room service is also 24/7 for all rooms. It doesn't matter what room category you book, 24/7 you can order room service, and I highly recommend you do it for breakfast at least once.
It was really good.
That was one of my definitely my favorite breakfast of the trip, and one of my favorite meals in general. Ordered it to the room. We had a beautiful spread right by our pool, so that was kind of a highlight for me.
So that is everything you need to know about the dining at Secrets Playa Blanca, Costa Mujeres. Again, all of our other videos from this trip are out on the channel now, so make sure you go check those out.